So I would like to introduce you to TayjurM. This is a player that was brought up in a comment, and as always, I appreciate all comments. I do actually recommend, if you do give me a replay as of recently, please note that it's good to give a timestamp of where you see the person cheating, because I know sometimes people are like, oh, there's a specific time frame where someone's cheating, but if it's like a whole replay, that's obvious. That's what this replay is. It's a whole replay, and it's obvious. So 1, 2, 3, $60, $70 premiums. This is one of those accounts that I've told Gaijin about numerous times, where it's basically someone exploiting some sort of currency exploit, and they are getting essentially, you know, $140 accounts for like 30 bucks, which is, don't ask me how they do that, but you know, Gaijin will, you know, whatever patch they want to do for that, it's just insanity that Gaijin allows it to be on in the first place. Also, the way to patch it easily is to make it to where the count can't be used in another zone if you're buying it over there, because Gaijin has issues with people buying currency using a VPN to buy on other sides, and yet, oh, they don't fix it for that. So I'm gonna keep I'm gonna go with this questions I have. I'm gonna do 2 serious questions and 1 silly one at the end. So there's a couple people in my comment section who think that skill-based matchmaking is going to actually help this game. So for those who don't know, skill-based matchmaking would be so for instance, I have, you know, a player like this, for instance, where he had a, you know, 4 to 1, 5 to 1, 6 to 1 KD in the game, and that would see that he would be placed into a game with higher skill players, higher KD players, whatever you want to call it. In reality, it's not going to fix anything. The one thing is that we are very much conditioned to having queue times that are like under 30 seconds for most ground force battles. And that's what it should be. They shouldn't be more than a couple of seconds. It's really blowing me away that people really think that this game should have like longer queue times to find more fair matches, when in reality, fair is not what this game is about. There is so much fundamental problems with this game that adding something as silly as skill-based matchmaking would not help. I have games that are, if they were skill-based matchmaking games, I would be miserable, and I probably wouldn't play this game, because I enjoy that I can go from high BR to low BR, and if I want to have a stress-free time and relax and, you know, seal club a little bit, that's totally great. But if people are saying, well, I need to go, you need to go play, what's it called? You need to go play, if you need to go play low tier to cool off, you shouldn't play this game at all. Well, that's the problem. I like playing this game, and playing this game with a low tier vehicle makeup is something I enjoy doing, and a skill-based matchmaker essentially ruins that, and it ruins the point of people playing low tier. And if you're gonna do that, it means that you're gonna have, so the example I would give is to have a couple people, so to spread out the matches, oh, there's a bunch of people that play low tier and they club at low tier. Okay, well, you're gonna have 4 people per team that have high skills, and the rest are all mid and newer players. Okay, that could be an option. The problem with that option is that it makes it to where the game is incredibly lopsided, and you're going to have 8 players effectively clubbing each other, or clubbing all the new players, and that doesn't fix anything. If anyone can suggest a better way to do that, I'm all ears, because there is currently no real way to have a proper, good skill-based matchmaking in this game, unless they go back to ranks, which they aren't going to do, because BRs make more sense, or better yet, they could just lower the matchmaking spread and make it to where you don't face as many like these big swings in vehicles, where the skill is a lot different, and the matchmaker makes more sense to do it one way than the other. Because skill-based doesn't fix anything. Lowering the matchmaking spread and lowering the skill ceiling for each vehicle is better. So that way you can't have Tiger 2Hs, which, by the way, get tons of down tiers, clubbing, you know, M4A176s, because Gaijin thinks that's a fair matchmaker. But instead, you could have the M16 face the Tiger 2P, Tiger 2P, and Tiger 2H in a 6.0 to 6.7 bracket, and then it's a lot more fair. Because almost every single time I play ground forces in like 5.7, it's dragged up to 6.7, because that's the way the spread works. And if I was doing 5.7 and I only got to play against 6.3s or 5.7s or 5.3s or 5.0s, it would probably be pretty fair because, to be honest, the Panther faces that thing a lot, and the Panther's trolly as heck. Excuse me. And yet, people think that a skill-based matchmaker is going to fix literally anything when it's not going to fix absolutely anything. Because a decompression and BR spread would literally fix a lot of the major issues we have. Just straight up. I'll leave that there because in reality that does warrant more discussion, but in reality it's kind of beating a dead horse because in reality doing it the way I suggested would probably fix a lot more issues, but Gaijin's whole premise of a free-to-play game is to frustrate the player to spend money. That's any free-to-play model, realistically. A question for this guy is, what could Gaijin do to make the game more playable for people? Good Lord, cat. What can Gaijin do to make the game more playable for people in general? Currently, the game is very sweaty, and at times, and every time events such as vehicle events are introduced, funnels top-tier players into low-tier who already have the event vehicle. Do you think Gaijin should remove tier requirements and battle passes and events? I really do think that I've said it before. The events need to be like shrank a little bit. I think max for these tier 7 and 8 vehicles should be like 550,000 points, which essentially means that you, at least for the coupon version. So obviously, for the way it is now, it takes about 400-ish thousand points to get the vehicle, but if you want the coupon, you got to grind another, you know, essentially full 2 coupons to get the, or you got to find 2 vehicles to get the coupon, which is insane when you think about the way it is. Now, granted, they made it a little bit easier at rank 4 now, I think, so or rank 1 through 3. So rank 1 through 3 is now the same modifier as rank 4, so you get a 0.9 modifier on top of realistic modifier, which I think is 1.33. So you get a little bit more leeway on earning points at a lower BR, which I think is more enjoyable. Now, I do think that removing restrictions shouldn't be that good. Also, battle passes are garbage. I really think battle passes should just be straight up removed from the game. If you want to add a battle pass, that's cool, but make it to where, hey, in this event, you can grind for 2 vehicles instead of 1. And that would be, honestly, my ultimate suggestion for how that would work. That's hilarious. Why are you shooting the tree? So make it to where you're, oh, I'm going to grind for 2 vehicles, not 1. And that makes so much more sense to do instead of grinding a single vehicle, and yet the battle pass is complete garbage every single time. The next battle pass is an HE-177 and a Murmansk, and those are crap. All right, this match is about to end, so I'm going to end my commentary on this because it's a pretty relatively short match because it's this map and it's always just kind of a seal club. So, in reality, it doesn't. So, say I get done with the event, which I get done with the event tomorrow as of this recording. It doesn't help players who are still grinding the event if I play another BR. Because it also is the fact that Gaijin wants you to play other BRs. They want you to diversify what you play. They're allowing you to play whatever you want. And restricting what I can play is, like, annoying. I don't really think that I need to have my play restricted. That's very stupid. I honestly don't think the game is that sweaty. It's sweaty at higher BRs because people are snapping onto people and using thermals and all this other nonsense. But the whole point of low tier, best tier is that low tier is more fun. It takes more skill to play a low tier. It actually is more enjoyable. And that's why I play pretty much 8.7 and lower, because 8.7, yeah, you're getting, you know, laser rangefinders and darts, but you still have like a few vehicles have thermals, and the vehicles that have thermals aren't that good of thermals, and the vehicles that don't are still, you know, able to slap each other, and it's still really fun. The restrictions for events it's hit or miss. So, like I said, I'm gonna go further on this in another video, but because I'm running on too long here. But it's a little finicky. So I'll go into discuss it later on, and I'll go from there. Lastly, because I've seen a couple of people post this. Femboys, no. A couple of people who have posted that in my chat, and it's funny to me because there's a lot of people in the game who I see have like titles like that, and they have, you know, whatever, femboy, furry, whatever, all this weird stuff. So no, not for me. not my swing. Never going there. So, as always, if you have a question you want to bring it to me, go ahead and leave it in my comments. I kind of try to read as many as I can through these videos. And also, if you have a personal question you want to leave to me, try to follow the pinned comment below. And as always, I hope you have a good rest of your morning to evening. Right. Have a good one.